Meet Jeff. Jeff is a Bitcoin holder. If you ask him if he's worried about fiat inflation, he will only respond, or if he's worried about its falling value, the ethics around fractional reserve lending, the incoming financial crisis, the Bitcoin dip. I thought that would get your attention. What are you doing?
I have to buy the dip.
Oh.
So the lights are synced to a music track, which is of course muted, so that's why they're going crazy. And in the news today, we have I know you guys don't care about rich bankers and what they've got to say, but the CEO of Goldman Sachs tweeted about Bitcoin today, and I'd say it was overall positive. He said, still thinking about Bitcoin, they're not endorsing or rejecting it, and he also said that people were skeptical when paper money displaced gold too. I'd say that's pretty positive. A lot of people do care what very rich people think, but I don't know why a bigger deal isn't made of the richest man in the world, Bill Gates, saying that Bitcoin was good. Like, Bitcoin can't be stopped, that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's like people forget that. I think the richest man in the world knows a thing or two about money. Anyway, this was at a airport. This was on the billboard. I don't really get it, right? So this guy investing for humans who have no idea what Bitcoin is, he couldn't really understand it. So the idea is that if you use their program, that it's easier and better to understand. And what's actually really interesting, if we move over here, the video picked up this old woman. She's not happy about Bitcoin, or she just looks miserable. I think this is who this poster applies for, because realistically, how difficult is it to register an account on Coinbase and buy Bitcoin? If they're trying to say that it's too difficult, it's ridiculous. And don't forget to buy LG products. Life's good. Video is not sponsored by LG. I thought this was worthwhile talking about. My heart resting, exercising, and holding during a dip. Sorry. If that's you, maybe consider that you've got too much invested, too much on the line. But I can't make a bigger deal out of this because I'd be a huge hypocrite. I put in kind of a bit more than I was willing to lose. I mean, I guess I was okay if I lost it, but it would have been uncomfortable. So I don't follow my own advice. But I guess it's sound advice to not put in more than you're willing to lose. Moral of the story is, don't listen to what people tell you to do, and don't listen to me telling you to do that. And then don't listen to me not telling you not to listen to me. Moving on. A petition to Amazon to have them accept Bitcoin payments now has 10,000 signatures. It states the problem that Amazon might have in accepting them is that Bitcoin's volatile. And if they want to use it as a payment, they're going to change it for dollars straight away. And if it can go down 25% in 2 days, as they point out here, then that's not very good for them. To be honest, I don't see that as the actual problem. I see it as two problems. Number one, the unclear direction from the government about what they're going to do with cryptocurrencies in the future. And number two, lack of buyer protection. So for example, myself today, I bought something through Scan. They accept Bitcoin as a payment. I didn't know that. I bought this thing. I'm going to vlog my trip to the States. This is designed to like reduce wind. It's literally called a dead cat. That's nice imagery. And I was pretty excited by the fact that they accept Bitcoin as a payment method. And I went to my wallet. I was going to do it through that way. Then I thought, what if I'm going to send it back? I don't really know what their returns policy is when you've paid with Bitcoin. So I went with a credit card. And it's a good thing I did because I actually am sending that back. I'm going to get a different version that's slightly better. So for me, that's the big challenge. I think this is the way you do it correctly. This is a Japanese energy supplier. They offer a discount for people using Bitcoin. I understand there's initial cost in getting infrastructure and taxes and stuff like that to accept Bitcoin, but discounts make sense. Not sponsored by LG. But it would be great. It would be great if Amazon started accepting Bitcoin. It's just basically advertising at this point. I still think Bitcoin's really early. We still need some type of buyer protection. But these services will come. This is a post about how cryptocurrencies are about to give Bitcoin a run for its money, and it basically states that there are a few better alternatives to Bitcoin that Bitcoin should be worried about for them overtaking Bitcoin. And it mentions Ethereum, Litecoin, and funnily enough, Ripple. To me, it feels like those who point the finger at Bitcoin enthusiasts and say they're Bitcoin maximalists and that it's stupid one day one of these coins are going to overtake. I think the argument that because they're cheaper and faster to use is kind of a weak one. I mentioned this in yesterday's video, but essentially sentiment is much more important than technology. Like don't get it twisted. Like technology helps sentiment, but sentiment is the more important thing. Basically, if you look at CoinMarketCap and you see all those different coins, it's a popularity contest. That's what's going on. And of course, which ones do people want more? That's what we're seeing. Bitcoin sentiment is high. It's not like everyone's sending Bitcoin here, there, and everywhere, and it's a real big problem. It doesn't help. It really doesn't help, but solutions are coming. So, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see Ripple overtaking Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is the oldest. It's the most attacked. It's the most secure. It's at 100% uptime. There's no reason that it shouldn't be the most valuable. And people might point to the fact that, hold on, let me get past this LG thing. People might point to the fact that because Bitcoin's really wasteful, it shouldn't be the number one. And it is. It's like $1,000 or so in compute power, in electricity to generate a Bitcoin. But even that actually gives Bitcoin value. It's not like you're very incentivized to dump your Bitcoins when they cost you $1,000 to create. It's like in an ICO where you got coin for really cheap and now it's above that. You can dump all of it and it's okay, but you can't really do that with Bitcoin. They're incentivized not to. So in some ways it works for it and it's not really an argument against it. Let's have a look at the popularity contest that is CoinMarketCap though. Not a lot happening. We are still consolidating. You usually, okay, when you see prices like come together and it's just kind of flatlining, you'll see a breakout either way. Who knows? Yeah, very much thinking about November, but still a month away. Biggest gainers, Tron, Sonim, Vertcoin, Factum. Gonna mention that. Some of the lowest, Walton, was probably unsustainable growth. It was absolutely on a massive rampage for a very long time. People might say it's a good time to get in. I don't know. It's still almost at its all-time high. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Ethereum is getting closer to the Byzantium fork, the upgrade in protocol. This is part 1 of the Metropolis update, but all is not well in developer land. CoinDesk is filling us in some of the difficulties they're having from a online troll. So the testnet to test Byzantium is being spammed, and it's rather easy to do when there aren't so many nodes and is really disrupting them. When they were asked, why is he doing it? One of the developers said, I imagine they get a kick out of it. He said he didn't know who it was, but it was probably a Ethereum Classic developer. These geeks in their games. We're going to see this more and more and more. We've already seen it. This talks about it. Japan, South Korea, really, really important countries for cryptocurrency right now. In fact, Bitcoin volume in Japan is 56% now. They are truly taking over the void filled by China. Very bullish movement on their end. And then it ends with a very nice statement. The South Korean government is also planning on legalizing Bitcoin and creating a national licensing program for trading platforms in the upcoming months. This is huge. This is great news. This is one of the best news I've read in a while. Fantastic stuff. Okay, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to give you a list of coins. None of them I'm endorsing, but a list of coins that keep popping up on my radar when I do research into other coins. These are what coins other people are consistently mentioning lately. Not an endorsement, do your own research, but Chainlink, BAT, Obsidian, Aeon, VeChain, Qtum, Vertcoin, Navcoin, Neo, Tron. 10 coins. No doubt I'm missing some, but these are some of the smaller ones that people keep talking about. Best of luck out there, guys. Now, for those who've been asking me where I'm going to be, what I'm doing while I'm out in the States, I'll let you know the dates as soon as I do, but going to New York first. I'm actually going to be meeting the company of an ICO that's about to come out. Believe me, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't a massive, massive project, which I'm really excited about. So I just want to go and meet them, see their product, share it with you guys, maybe get an interview done, which I think would be cool. I'd like to go to Miami. I'd like to do an interview, see if that's possible with the CEO of Vibe, maybe get his thoughts. I'd love to go to California and meet Raphael, CEO of No Limit Coin. That would be amazing. So those are my plans. I'll let you guys know of the dates. I will be vlogging the whole thing, so I'm pretty excited for the creative challenge that's going to bring. Very much looking forward to this. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goldman Sachs. The CEO of Goldman Sachs made a tweet today. I don't know if you're bothered whatsoever, but a lot of people trust people with a lot of money, which is funny, right? Because Bill Gates said Bitcoin's better than real money. Richest man in the world says it. This video is not sponsored by LG. This video is not actually sponsored by LG. This video track is made by them. It's kind of crazy because there's a music track and it syncs to it, but that's why the lights are going crazy.